Hey there! Imagine you walk into a restaurant, order a big juicy burger, and the waiter says, "Great choice, that'll be $10 now. And in return, we'll serve you half a pickle." You'd blink, maybe laugh, but mostly you'd be confused and mildly insulted. That, my friend, is basically what your bank is doing with your savings account. Let me introduce you to Clara. Clara is smart, responsible. She clips coupons, makes meal plans, and tracks every dollar like it's a contestant on a reality show. She was raised to believe that saving money is the key to financial security. So every month, she carefully transfers part of her paycheck into her savings account. It's called a high-yield savings account, which is cute because last month it paid her, wait for it, $1.73. Meanwhile, inflation was out here throwing hands like it's in a bar fight. Everything, from groceries to rent to Clara's favorite almond milk, went up in price. That $1.73 didn't do a thing. In fact, her money technically lost value because the interest she earned was lower than the rate at which prices were rising. Now here's where it gets juicy. The bank didn't just tuck Clara's money into a velvet-lined vault and sing lullabies to it. Nope, they used it. They took Clara's savings and lent it to someone else, probably at 6%, 10%, even 25% interest if it was on a credit card. So Clara gave them money for free, and the bank turned around and flipped it for a profit. It's like you giving your neighbor a cake mix, and they use it to start a bakery, then offer you back one stale muffin. This is the part where we meet Jalen. Jalen used to do exactly what Clara did: save, save, save. But one day, he opened a spreadsheet, did the math, and had a full existential crisis. He realized his so-called safe savings account was actually bleeding value. So he switched gears. He still keeps some cash in savings, 3 months' worth of expenses, just in case life gets spicy. But the rest? He invests. Nothing wild. No crypto coins named after dogs. Just index funds, dividend stocks, and a boring ETF or two. He let compound interest do the heavy lifting. Meanwhile, Clara's savings grew by pennies, while inflation sprinted ahead like it stole something. Now, don't get me wrong. Savings accounts aren't evil. They're useful, but only for specific things. Short-term goals, emergency funds, a place to park money you might need next week. But the problem is that most people treat savings accounts like a wealth-building tool. They're not. They're more like financial Tupperware. Good for holding leftovers, terrible for growth. And don't even get me started on the fees. You'd think banks would be grateful that you're letting them use your money. But nope. Low balance fee, maintenance fee, too many withdrawals fee, oh you breathed on it wrong fee. It's like buying a gym membership where you pay extra not to use the equipment. So how did we all end up here, thinking that keeping cash in a savings account was the holy grail? Well, our grandparents lived through a time when savings accounts paid 5%, 6%, even 9%. Back then, putting money in the bank actually worked. But today, you're lucky if your interest rate beats the rate at which avocados are inflating. And yet banks still push the idea that saving is enough. Why? Because it's great for them. You give them your money, they lend it out at high rates, they pocket the difference. You, meanwhile, get a cup of financial tap water and a gentle pat on the head. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize it's happening. They check their balance, see that it went up by a few dollars, and feel proud. But the price of everything else went up by more. It's like walking up the down escalator. You're moving, but not getting anywhere. So while Clara keeps stacking money in her account like she's building a fortress, Jalen's over here letting time, dividends, and compound growth do the hard work. And here's something wild. If Clara saves $500 a month in her savings account, earning 0.5%, and Jalen invests the same $500 monthly in something averaging 7%. After 30 years, Clara has about $209,000. Jalen? Over $600,000. Same amount of effort, totally different result. All because one chose growth over safety. And remember, it's not about gambling your rent money. It's about understanding what each tool is for. Savings accounts are a parking spot. Investments are a road trip. Park when you need to. But don't forget to drive if you want to go somewhere. Now let's talk about the psychology. People love savings accounts because they feel stable. You don't have to check charts. You don't see red numbers. It feels secure. But security is not the same as growth. It's like sitting in your house for 30 years with the doors locked, never leaving and wondering why you haven't made it anywhere. Jalen took the time to learn the basics. He didn't need a finance degree. He didn't try to time the market. He just got started and stayed consistent. And here's the twist. Clara eventually noticed. She saw that Jalen had options, real ones. He could take a vacation, pay for emergencies without panic, help his parents, even retire early. So she started small. A robo-advisor here, a low-cost ETF there. And slowly, she shifted from saver to builder. Because the real scam is believing you'll get rich by playing defense forever. So, in conclusion, your savings account isn't a scam in the criminal sense, but it is a cleverly disguised slow leak. It's a tool, not a strategy. If you want to truly grow wealth, you can't just store money. You have to use it. Save for the short term. Invest for the long term. And don't let the bank turn your caution into their cash cow. If you want me to make other videos explaining these topics, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.